Where were you with your health and fitness before starting to work with me?
Pretty much non-existent. Yeah, I think I would work out once every couple years, maybe
Yeah.
3 years or something. My meals, my nutrition, it wasn't really that great either to begin with. And then when I had started with you, you gave me a workout plan, you gave me a meal plan, and just gave me like a good set foundation to start.
So really before you started working with me, like you said, it was just more so like non-existent. Wasn't
Yeah.
really doing much. Work
I
out
mean,
once or twice, couple years, etc.
Yeah, I mean, I remember working out in like middle school, and like I really wasn't into it as much as like the other guys, and that's probably one of the reasons why I was like pretty skinny for the longest time.
Why did you seek to work with someone or work with a coach?
You want the honest answer?
Sure.
So I had recently broken up with a partner of 6 years.
Mm.
And I was looking for a big change in my life, and I felt like this was something that I always wanted for myself. And I always wanted to be healthier.
Totally.
I think how you found me, I was like liking some of your videos as well as other fitness videos. And what I really loved about how we worked together in getting to where I am now is the consistent check-ins. You were very detailed with like if I wasn't really a big fan of a certain like food that like you would be willing to like change the meal plan and just cater it to me. You really knew your stuff. You were very knowledgeable. Whatever questions that I had, like you were willing to answer, and I really appreciate that.
Now, what did you love about the program itself?
I think what I loved most was the foundation and the structure that it gave me in order
Mhm.
to work out. I think I would always go, like prior to, I would always go to the gym and I'd always be so anxious. I'd look around and just be overwhelmed because I just didn't know what machine worked what. I didn't know what muscles were being worked with some certain like workouts. So with this app, was able to just focus on what I needed to do. And if I had any questions, I mean, I would reference to the video
Yeah.
and just try to do it as best to my ability with the same form that you were doing in the
Yeah.
video.
As a beginner who wasn't really going to the gym prior to the program,
Mhm.
what would you say to other beginners in the idea of having an online coach rather than in person? Because, like you said, you go into the gym, you feel anxious, and this was prior to the program, but having some kind of structure, some kind of game plan going into the gym,
Mhm.
what was that like for you? And what would you say to other beginners? Because that's a huge thing. They're just not sure what to do in the gym, and having an online coach, they're not sure like how that even would work.
I think with working with you as my online coach, it kind of pushed me to, in a way, you get what you put in, right?
Mm,
And I feel like that, especially with the investment that I made, it definitely held me accountable
hmm
and willing to do what I needed to do and what you needed out of me. Of course, there's the luxury of you having you here, right? And being with me, having you right there. But I think with online coaching, I mean, I think the results are there by your motivation
hmm
and how much you want it.
So
And
would you
so
say
for
like for the challenge of, you still being on your own, you would
Mhm.
say that the workouts, the apps, the structure, the videos, that was definitely helpful to have as a beginner in the gym.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they were. They answered all my questions, and if I had any, like, literally, if I needed a reference, I would always just go and refer back to your videos. Like, I didn't really use any other reference or any like YouTube. It was very clear and simple. Kind of like it's like you were there with me, but you
Yeah,
weren't.
right. That's awesome. Cool, man.
Yeah, no.
Well, what success have you had from the program?
Success. Well, I'm like 25 pounds heavier,
Yeah.
which is like a dream. Because when I was little and like even in high school, I would get made fun of because I was skinny. And I remember going to the Philippines with my family. All my cousins were making fun of me, calling me like a skeleton because like,
Yeah.
how am I this skinny going into a country that's kind of in poverty, right?
Yeah.
And I'm skinnier than they are. And
Yeah.
so,
That says something, huh?
I mean, it sticks, but it's like, I'm happier, I'm healthier, I feel more confident, and
Mm.
that's what I cherish.
Yeah, I've seen on already you just getting a ton of compliments on Instagram and people who I don't even know is reaching out and saying they saw your transformation and was inspired. And so, yeah, you basically gained over 20 pounds in 16 weeks and was able to mostly be pure just muscle mass. You gain so much knowledge about nutrition, training, yourself, now have a better mindset about fitness in general. Watching you from when you first started to now is like night and day. And your even just your motivation, your mindset is totally different when it comes to, putting in the work and just making the gym a part of your lifestyle, a part of your day. You hopped on the call and you're eating oatmeal for breakfast. It's like, makes me proud. So
Yeah, I have the
proud
shake
coach over
right
here.
here. I still gotta.
There you go. Still putting in the work even after the program.
Yeah.
So that's
I
awesome.
don't think like the breakfast, the shake. I'm gonna experiment with the lunch and dinners.
Awesome. Last question I have for you, Gino, was, if someone was on the fence about joining the program, what would you say to them?
I would say take the leap, get off the fence, and just do it. Again, you get what you put in, you can only get better.
That's awesome. I just to quote you, what you said in your text, you said it was a big commitment, but it helped me stay on track and
Yeah.
accountable. And what I gained, you said it was worth more. Just wanted to share that. Like you thought it was much more worth, the value that the investment was for the results that you've gotten. That's the goal. That's the ultimate goal for my program is not just an awesome transformation in 3 to 4 months, but for you to take and learn what you've gained from the program and continue on, even progress even more, reach
Mhm.
new levels, new goals, etc. So super proud of you, Gino. And again, thanks for doing this.